Greetings. Once again, this is Kev, and this is BMBBH. And if it's your first time here, by all means, go down below this screen, hit the subscribe button, get them likes up for me as you come in. I mean, if you want to press the dislike button, I'll just celebrate that shit. But that's what we do here. We're brutally honest about this, and these things that we discuss here on this channel, or I discuss here. And one thing that I like to do sometimes is gloat. Gloat in a good way, because for what it's worth, I was made fun of for not involving myself in stupid shit all the time, and this right here just looks like people involving themselves in stupid shit. People who are regarded as cool, people who are regarded as, you know, people who kids emulate. Especially with the temptation and the sensationalism of horrible lifestyles. You know, for starters, like even as a young man growing up, one red flag would have been, first off, this his name is DaBaby. Anybody who got the nerve to carry around a name like that, you need to approach with some caution anyway. So let me just make sure everything is cool and fixed up. So shout out to Toya the Tutor, Precious Brown, and Street Fighter 88. Precious Brown says, "I can't wait to hear about Woodstock from Snoopy. I mean, DaniLeigh being charged for assault, hitting the baby and calling him an N-word with a growling." And yeah, I want to talk about that a little bit too. All this, like, and like I said, is we often criticize male feminine energy, and I don't disagree with that at all. Criticize that shit, make fun of it. We don't want men acting feminine around here. But one thing that we don't discuss ever, I mean, well, it's starting to become a discussion, is the masculine energy of females. And coming from a man, you should understand that shit is unattractive. Like, and but I tell you what's never considered by a lot of these people, especially us men, when we get up on these platforms and have these discussions like this, what's never considered is maybe a lot of these females are just pookies they damn self. I mean, just not not to be the one to assume certain things, but um shit, at a glance, I mean, you can't just look, at a glance, you can tell that there are certain things that might throw up a red flag anyway. So let me get this image on the screen right here. Let me get this image on the screen. Oh shit. Thank you for the super chat, Ayatollah Black Martian. I really appreciate that. And I see Roguish Sun is in the building. Roguish Sun, what's going on? Yeah, we're gonna discuss some serious stuff. I mean, here's the thing: we need to raise awareness, for our situations in our everyday lives, and how to deal with people, and cautionary tales. And this right here not only should be a cautionary tale, we need to introduce certain elements that we have never considered before, and an element that we've never considered is that maybe these, like I said, maybe these females are just pookies too. I mean, shit. This is why. This is maybe why a lot of us aren't mixing. This is maybe why we are asking ourselves all of these questions, because I mean, for the public image that a lot of them put up, you would think that they were feminine enough, or they were kind of softer, because DaniLeigh, she's not ugly. I mean, but that just could be makeup. When I saw her on that IG video, that was the real person. Now, I don't know these people for real. I don't listen to DaniLeigh's music. There was this colorism debate that she sparked up the other, like maybe a few months ago, and had all these women pissed off with her and shit. And oh, how dare that bitch? How dare that bitch? You know how these females get. So I mean, these guys, these new celebrities, these musical artists, they're not the ones that are strangers to controversy. They're not, and of course, the baby with his recent debacle with almost ending his career with strong quote fingers here, phobic comments, having think now, for the climate and the environment that is presented in today's social culture. But yeah, that was pretty stupid for him to go on a rant like that. And but everybody's beliefs is everybody's beliefs. Uh, but look, there's another issue here that we often shy away from too, as well as the possibility of female pookies. And this issue is men's rights. Now, are we to assume that the baby just kind of flaked up and got scared of women and was like, "Oh my God, oh my God, get this huge person out of here before she beats me up," or did he just want her removed before he got to a point where he was going to start getting accused of stuff? Because when things like this happen, now, granted, it was embarrassing enough that it was on Instagram. When things like this happen, hey, we go immediately to pointing the finger at the guy. Immediately. So, I mean, this is sort of an unprecedented move. You don't hear about guys just outright calling the police on females. It's been advised that that would be the smart thing to do instead of getting in a full blown altercation. Now, here's one thing I haven't mentioned yet before I get seriously underway. I wish people, especially younger people, because I can call DaBaby and DaniLeigh that. I wish younger people would stop getting kids involved. That shit's stupid. Like they got a little baby together, and like this motherfucker's just. I mean, we've just discarded the importance of family. We just and I understand in this space that there's a lot of people that are against the concept of getting married, and a lot of these guys are preaching marriages for suckers. But when you involve a child in an unmarried situation, a lot of the times that, especially on situations like this that have been put on display, it's bad for the child. Why would you want to bring a child into a situation like this? Some people will say child support. Some people will say, hey, she tried to have a keep a nigga baby. But still, at the same time, what about that kid? What about the kid themselves? You just placed the kid in another broken situation. That's why we got so many broken people walking around here these days. I mean, do what you want. At the end of the day, it's just that if you're going to bring a child into the world, you need to be set up in a responsible situation. He said up here, that's a damn shame because I still got a queen to raise. I was like, all right, let's see if he fights for custody. Now, I will say this: should men call the police on women more in volatile situations? Probably. A lot of people would fancy that a pussy move, but hey, you know what? That's what happens when you hook up with women with masculine energy. You got a woman walking around your house thinking she can whoop your ass at any time. And then, especially if y'all got a baby, she uses that shit as a crutch. I don't know a woman walking around thinking she can whoop my ass. The fuck? I mean, look at the image on the screen. She's sitting up here, damn, spooning him, grabbing him from the back in the bed. I want to straddle you. It's like, I mean, shit. it's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with embracing with your woman and nothing like that. I ain't saying nothing like that. I mean, it's still hetero, no matter how you look at it. I was just kind of joking. I'm just saying. Now, what Precious Brown earlier was saying earlier was correct. She growled at the nigga. Come on now, what you growling for? But let me well, see. Beauty and Dominican Republic is a colorless country. Okay, Nanny Lay must be from the Dominican Republic. Hmm. Now let's fancy this, with the whole female Pookie thing, and the baby maybe covering his tracks a little bit, not to make himself seem like the bad guy. I mean, he had to have done something in the situation, but as I looked further, he did kinda. Now let's do some male accountability. You're on social media earlier. The baby is on social media earlier, calling Danny Lay his side bitch. When I guess because of the argument that they had, she had another understanding apparently. I mean, dude. I would never, put that past rappers who wear stupid suits in public all the time, having multiple women. The nigga's named the baby. Of course he got multiple women. And then, like, I don't know, I guess these little take charge masculine energy women feel like that they are the exception. You gonna calm down for me. I don't play that shit. Dude's dick got other plans. And then she immediately starts screaming about his other hoes. Like, I'm just saying, what makes your pussy exceptional in the eyes of these pookies? Of course, if you're living with her and I don't know, she make you put out messages on YouTube. I understand that. I get that. Now, I don't know Danny Lay as a person. Who am I to say that she has masculine energy or whatever? But from what was put on display, that's the way it appears. Harambe, what's going on? Everyone is a colorist to BW. Yes, 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 they are, because when you are dealing with a group of women that want to make themselves a separate group from the men, when you're dealing with that, then they're going to find all kinds of ways to make themselves that. Oh, color is a problem for us. When we're dark skinned, we are treated worse, and lighter skinned people got preferential treatment. Just trying to embrace the victimhood. Hmm. Uh, well, let me see. Beauty Ann, as any dark skinned, black, dark skinned Dominican, they will tell you that a country with 60% African descent, yet no one wants to be black. Mm. We got to start asking ourselves that those same questions. We got to start expressing those same sentiments toward ourselves too, because of our political alignments as of late. But that's another conversation. But I don't know much about the Dominican Republic except for it seems that a lot of women who are in pornos are from the Dominican Republic. So that's I'm sure it's a beautiful country of sorts. I don't know how beautiful a country can be if a population of African descent really does not want to be black. So, uh, Yeah. So, let's see. And Toya, the tutor, agrees. She said, no, it's just what Beauty Ann said. She's colorist in terms of her belief that her light skin provided her a certain level of access. In America or the Dominican Republic? is Wow. I mean, I know I say things like I don't believe in colorism, and I will stand by that. But you guys are teaching me so many things. So due to my, I don't back off of stances, but due to my level of education on certain topics, it's given me a better understanding and enlightenment of the views of others. I understand when I step on this platform that it really is about the people. It's not about me. So, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Hurry up and buy. What's going on? Yeah. Everybody say hello to hurry up and buy. Um, Told you the tutor said access to the baby in his heart assets time. So what are you saying? Y'all saying that the baby just kind of went for her because she was a light skinned Dominican? That's what it is. That he wanted her because she was light skinned. I mean, whatever. Say where is her money? I don't know. Uh, Shaka Nulu, what's going on, man? Said the baby wanted her because she was light skinned and he was dark skinned. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't follow these guys' social media. I don't follow the baby social media. All I know is of the controversies and the kind of guy that the kind of character I've seen as far as what he displayed, kind of fight a nigga, but kind of buck dance for the white man. Kind of. I'm not a real big fan of the baby. I'm not. I mean, I'm not one of these rigmarole guys that oh, they playing all his songs on the radio and shit. You know, I'm not saying I'm in 100% disagreement, but it's just like all these rappers who call themselves love or baby this, baby that. Is that kind of thing for me. Yeah, but oh yeah, yeah. Beauty Ann is bringing up a point, saying I didn't get why she couldn't pay her own place to rent. Yeah, she is a she is a musical star. I mean, you think she'll have her own money coming in, but see, people like that when they're in glitz and glamour, they number one, they're not getting paid like all like EP. They're not getting paid like that. Remember when Saweetie, whatever her name was, she was sitting up here singing her songs for money on the beach. She was like, that's my type with a hat out. I mean, they ain't paying no motherfuckers like that. I mean, they tie up all their money in the hotel rooms that they get, when they're on tour. Food expenses and shit like that. That's how these record companies get these artists. Seriously. That's why you have some people that's why you have some people that end up going back to the burger joint to work, and that's why you got people like Jay Z and Sean Diddy Combs. You know, shoot. But there goes that entitlement. Once a guy sticks a kid in a woman, shit. Look, I'm a believer in if you impregnate a woman, you should be. I mean, let me put you like this. Let me make it a more let me give this a more unisex approach. If you have unprotected sex with anyone, that means that you are prepared for what comes afterwards. Period. You are prepared for her to come to you and say, uh, that time of the month has come and gone. You're also you're also prepared to have a strange tickle in your privates. Now, that's a disgusting little story right there, but I mean, is we have enough information at our fingertips to prevent stupid shit from happening. Stupid shit like getting kids involved in our shit, bringing another broken person into the world, because we as you know procreating adults can't get our shit together. Look at some of these comments down here. I love the comments. Like, just keep them coming. Says she sold her home, cars, and dropped everything for the baby. She had a successful career as a choreographer before the music. Now, now her family disowned her and her baby. Okay. Hmm. Don't sacrifice everything for somebody. You gotta have some years invested in that shit. And you know what? You gotta be smart. You gotta be smart. I mean, I mean, men, I would say, require that of men. If we slip, we slip. A lot of men understand that. We don't go around feeling sorry for that dude. I mean, a couple of us do. A couple of us will empathize because a couple of us have been stupid along the way. But for the most part, men don't be pacifying men like that when we do stupid shit. Shit, we drop everything for a female and it doesn't work out. We simps. Old simp ass nigga. That's what they be calling us. I mean, this. What does she expect? She just said, "Oh my God, I got pregnant. He's gonna take care of me. I'm selling all my cars and shit." No, it's 2021. That shit pretty much is on her at this point. You hooked up with a nigga named DaBaby. Shoot, Roger's son. What's going on? Saweetie actually did that as a ritual of shame ritual, and now look at how she immediately blew up afterwards. Not a coincidence. Don't she have like a meal at McDonald's? Like, she got a meal named after her. Like Megan the Stallion too. Like Megan the Stallion, she went down in that dump for a while. Remember when that record company cheated her out of all that money? Now all of a sudden she's like the most shiniest butt cheeks that you can see twerking. I mean, she got no. Is I think they call it the hottie sauce. Yeah, yeah. Megan Thee Stallion has her own sauce at Popeyes. Call it hottie sauce. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they go down in the dumps and then they come back up. So, Rogish, that's a really interesting point. I used to think about that kind of shit the days of my tinfoil hat. I used to look up all them YouTube conspiracy theory videos. Look at the hand sign. Look at what they doing with the hand. Look at all these pictures. Precious Brown. DaniLeigh getting humiliation rituals done on her. She cussed out the baby's baby too. What she? Damn, cussing out little kids. Yeah, I don't. We don't condone verbal abuse toward children. We don't condone abuse of any kind toward children. Women also. But that should already be implied in the habitual line steppers camp. So shame on you, DaniLeigh. Shame on you. Is she a pookie for selling all her stuff and jumping to stay with him? No, that would be a stupid bi. So I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to say that. I just pose the female pookie thing as a question because I mean we always have these guys saying that there's certain kinds of females that we do not mix with, and some of us, we emphasize that and we overemphasize that there are certain females that we do not mix with, to the point where it's discussed ad nauseum. And all I want to do is bring a different point of view, maybe things that we as men, when we come up on these platforms, have not been considering. Yeah, a lot of these women are female pookies out here. Shit, we be talking about the fem sale. Like that's a shout out to Game Changer, but I've heard him use that term before, fem sale. But what's the other side of that? Now you would think that in a situation where opposites attract, that the female pookie would go after the quote unquote lame guy. I would say, or the guy who don't, and this, and the term lame has been used by black people toward guys who aren't the archetype of the baby. Let's just keep that all the way 100. It doesn't have to necessarily be a lame. Just a guy that doesn't fool around in the streets like that. Not like this little nigga right here. You know, I'm gonna try to curb my use of the N word. I do understand that it's not supposed to be a term of endearment, but I'm also not going to police other people on their use of the N word because I am not an archetype of the baby. I'm not of that ilk. I don't believe in fighting niggas and talking soft to white men. Yeah. That's what I'm saying about this at the end of the day. It's just is that is that yeah, is the baby right in calling the cops? I mean, shit. If she had no stake in the man's property, if her name ain't on none of that shit, if it's his place, then she need to go. She need to go, and whatever she feels, whatever injustices were performed on her, take it to court. Now the way the women be dragging these dudes as far as like family court and child support court, it should be no problem for her. I'm just keeping it all the way. It should be no problem. The baby is a black man at the end of the day. Family courts and child support courts don't like black men. He has to be overwhelmingly more financially capable, and she, with a company, she has to be a very fucked up person in order for things to work out for him. If by chance the judge is a one of them judges, I'll say that. So I mean, but she need to leave. If that's his crib. Precious Brown, squatters' rights. LOL. She been there more than 30 days, so legally it's her residence in court. Okay. Okay. If that is the case, then yeah. Okay, let's just throw out that other shit that I said. But then again, if she ain't got a name on shit. If I am correct, he got to give her 30 days notice. He got to give her the same amount of time to vacate. He can't just kick her out. Granted, that's the case. you know. But anyway, let me just go back to what this all boils down to. The reason why a lot of these people preach that family situations are better is because they are, because of shit like this. I'm trying to keep the child on y'all's brain. We get so wrapped up in the gossipy part of all of this. Oh, I wonder what happened. I wonder what's going on. I mean, like, it didn't. I mean, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Beauty Ann, I hope her career can recover. I hope her career can recover. Yeah, if she's talented enough, it will. I mean, her name seems to be able to stay out there, so she should be okay for you. Some of these modern folks out here, some of these young people. I mean, I can't because it's like the motherfuckers are flashing the pan to me. I don't go around listening to DaniLeigh's music. Shit, and for that matter, I don't go around listening to DaBaby's music. I don't have any of his stuff on my cell phone playlist. Hurry up and buy. Females used to call me lame. Now them same 304s both blow my phone up trying to get on. I'm good on that. They can keep their lame shit to themselves. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of these dudes, like, they're right in their resolve on how they deal with these females because, I mean, when you see that shit on display, like, you're not preferred because you don't go into that dangerous, risky, unlawful lifestyle, then yeah, you have every right to feel that way. I mean, bump some draws and send them on their way. And I mean, if you are patient, the right one to come into your life. This right here is an example of impatience. Unprotected sex feel good. Ooh. See what the hell these motherfuckers be thinking? They'll make a baby by anyone. And I mean, like, that's even if you looking at it from the baby's point of view or you looking at it from DaniLeigh's point of view. People just make a baby just like, just boom, just my legacy. I mean, the baby said, I got a queen to raise. I was like, oh shit. She gonna end up on social media complaining about black men in about 18 years. Whatever, I mean, whatever form of social media is out there. Shit. I mean, what if Clubhouse caught fire? Like serious fire. It'd be Clubhouse 6.0. I mean, how many years Facebook has been around? Facebook been around since like I think 2002, 2003. It started like, I mean, I never watched that movie, The Social Network, but it started out as an app where you can find your old classmates. I mean, but we've all known what social media has evolved into now. Shit. Like, I never wanted to be that guy. I hate when I hear dudes that try to troll other black men say stuff like, y'all niggas want to be pookie. Y'all, that's why y'all be talking about pookie. All these girls want to do and hang out. Y'all really want to be pookie. Y'all jealous of pookie. I don't want to be them. I don't want to be no motherfucking pookie. Hell no. That life is stressful. That life is stressful as fuck. Why would I ever want to be a fucking pookie because of the pussy? I ain't like that's why I don't even want to give people that impression. Man, why Pookie always getting pussy? Why is Pookie always getting the pussy? I mean, you should be glad them struggle bitches are occupying themselves. You should be happy about that. But anyway, Indigenous TV, what's going on? Said, what up, Kev? DaniLeigh is a dub. DaBaby's baby mama tried to tell her that when that he comes home when it's all said and done. Lo and behold, he did. He always took his kid's mother more serious than DaniLeigh. He called her a side piece earlier that day. He said DaniLeigh was his side piece. Now, one thing I will say about dudes like DaBaby, from what I observed in these kind of relationships, like they always have that main one that they ain't gonna leave for nothing. I mean, even if they leave for a little while to go do their thing with other chicks, they always come back to that one. And then she doesn't even seem to mind. I mean, those kinds of relationships to me were always kind of, I don't know, weird. Maybe because I don't know, I don't have multiple baby mamas, and so I can't ever know what it's like to have a favorite baby mama or anything like that, or that one true. So, Danny Lay, it was never you. It was always her. Yeah, but that child support court shit. That ought to be interesting for them. I mean, I ain't gonna be waiting by a damn my cell phone screen, waiting to hear news on the babies and Danny Lay's heroin court battles. I mean, I'm sure it'll be on social media some kind of way. Yeah, but you know, I mean, let me be serious. I don't blame the baby for wanting to remove himself from a terrible situation involving a crazed baby mama. I don't blame him. I mean, even if he is responsible for that as well as her, I don't blame him. Shit, I would want to. If I had a vivid imagination, I would want to get myself out the situation any way I can too. Shit. But the right thing for her to do is she should leave. I mean, she should, if she has any money, she should make a withdrawal, or she should take that money and go get her own place and try to make the best way for her and her child. You would think that anyone sensible would be their first priority. Just go ahead and make the situation is the best they can for her and her child. You know, for the baby. That's a baby. It's a baby. Shit. Starting off in life with two dumb asses for parents. I mean, them two groups of people right there that I can't stand. And listen for the descriptors: dumb ass parents and dumb ass teachers. Those are two groups of people that I cannot stand because it always negatively impacts the child. Now I can say that I didn't like all the teachers I had. They growing up. Now in elementary school, I mean I went to a private elementary school. I mean they weren't dummies, but it did seem like a couple of them that were in some other classes were, and they never lasted long. A dumb teacher can impact a child for the rest of their lives. Now a dumb parent can impact that child indefinitely. And now I don't know why if just the dumb parent. I mean, I'm not saying one is better than the other. You can about reverse a dumb teacher because all you need to do to nullify a dumb teacher is a smart teacher or an inspirational teacher. But the parent, that's some stuff that child can't erase. I always will push have making the best environment possible for the child. Toya the tutor, I support him in reporting her behavior and asking that she leave. Like this could have gone in a totally different way, but because she's unsmart, unsmart. Hurry up and buy. Now they calling him out on SM, saying that he's a psycho for calling the police, and now her mama trying to spin it like it's his fault. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't you can't blame people. No, I mean whether they're wrong or right, you can't blame people for playing the CYA game. You can't blame people for doing that. I mean, it's on us as individuals to judge that shit the way we see fit. I mean, but that's that you should expect that. You should expect that from now from these. Shit. Look, I was originally going to make this broadcast about the whole ghetto gaggers thing. You know, the fact that and I watched the clip of beforehand, the clip that's out there, because that's the clip that's the least graphic. And the guy was in the video, and now I'm talking about the ghetto gagger video now. The guy in the video saying that this is the craziest shit that he had ever been through. The mother come in with the daughter. The mother come in with the daughter to get her through the session because she had another session that basically broke her mentally. The mother came in there with her. I was like, man, if there's a big ass missile or a meteor on its way to end humanity right now, to end civilization, I would probably say that's the reason. Now, to hurry up and buy his point, they're trying to spin this and blame the baby, which doesn't surprise me because every time you hear about this whole ghetto gaggers thing, there's some dumbass bi somewhere on social media trying to say some shit like, well, they don't never talk about thug hunters. Now, I wouldn't know a damn thing about thug hunters if it wasn't for the sisterhood. I wouldn't know a damn thing. But I can tell you this, they never bring up black payback. Now I'm not trying to get you to go look up graphic gross porn, but I'm just going to say it just like this, and don't ask me how I know. Black payback is when the black dudes do the white women. But here's the thing. White women see like they enjoying that shit. But don't ask me how I know all of that. All I'm saying is, like, when women do stupid shit and it goes public, they always try to find a way to spin it on the guy. And they try to do it in the most demoralizing fashion. They will even go as far as to weaponize another's lifestyle against men just because there was a woman that did something stupid. Now, I ultimately did not decide. I ultimately didn't decide to do the whole ghetto gaggers thing. I didn't want this channel to get too crude or anything like that. And I probably would have a lot to say about that as well. But his porn has gone to some weird places anyway. So, I mean, would I be doing the broadcast just to make fun of people, or would I be doing the broadcast to get the point out that maybe if you are a mother, especially a black mother here in Western culture with all this history, you shouldn't go. you, Maybe you shouldn't. I don't know. Go inside of a porn shoot with your kid, like, and that shit is like. I mean, the people that weren't involved should be ashamed of that shit. But hurry up and buy. Let me tell you something. Hurry up and buy. That's only to be expected. They do not want to focus on their own mistake. I mean, you have those few women who like are finally saying, "Hey, you know what? Enough of the bullshit. This is embarrassing." But like, those females have to have a strong resolve. They have to be the kind of female that tells indigenous TV blacked. Oh yeah, they don't say nothing about blacked. They don't say nothing about that. Because you understand with the whole ghetto gaggers thing, that is super shameful to them. That's super shameful. But they've been taught this indelible sisterhood. I'm not gonna talk about no black woman publicly. I'm not. I just can't do it. I mean, it's not you. It's them. It's okay to say something's wrong with that. You know, it's okay. So it's not surprising. I mean, you probably hear about it for the next couple of days on a platform like Facebook or something like that. Even in these YouTube streets, I'm sure some YouTube group or faction somewhere has something cooking to disparage DaBaby, especially after his quote unquote phobic remarks. Shoot. Let me tell you something. DaBaby is going to be one of those guys that's not going to leave the industry clean. Black men have a hard time leaving the industry clean. Look at Will Smith. Will Smith is model. And what I mean by model is he ain't out there getting into all kinds of shit. Like is whenever you hear about Will Smith, there's always something involving his dumb ass wife. Dude has been model. I mean, Will, if it wasn't for his wife, he wouldn't be facing any of that embarrassment. I mean, a couple of suck movies maybe, but you know, I mean, Wild Wild West. But it's like outside of that, man had a very successful career. Now, if they trying to get somebody like Will Smith to just fold in the crack and to say, "Hey, fuck life" on the way out, imagine what they're gonna do to DaBaby if he stays in long enough. Shout out to the Roger Report. What's going on? Long live the habitual line steppers. He said, "Well, I knew Baby had something going on with him and DaniLeigh. I just haven't seen what the story is yet." Okay, the story is apparently DaBaby called authorities to his house to have DaniLeigh removed. Uh, because of a argument that they had. Um, First, I think the argument started on IG, where he asked her to leave in the middle of feeding the baby. No, well, not him, not the baby, but feeding their baby. And according to Precious Brown, she screamed at him, called him the N word, growled. I think she said it took a swing on him. You know, so that's what made me. I mean, ultimately, that confirms my whole female pookie thing. So hurry up and buy. So yep, that's why black male media is important. I heard someone saying someone is setting up a Men Too rally for black men. I wonder who's going to show up. This will be interesting. Yeah, but one of the big things that we have to get past is getting men to rally behind a cause that is more to our benefit. It's like I mean, we here in the space understand uh, that this is a necessity, or else a lot of us would not be here. But yeah, that will be interesting as to who will show up for a hashtag Men Too rally. So do some research on that one. Uh, Roguish Son said ghetto gaggers is the extreme, but any chick was down with that is definitely going to be down with disrespect and everything of the sort. Yeah, yeah. I mean, shit. They call them ghetto gaggers. That's all. That already right there has a racist, stereotypical undertone. Is like, I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's a fucked up concept. If they'd have called it like white on black or some shit like that, it might be a little bit better. But ghetto gaggers, like shit, y'all like BWs get mad with us when we call them thoughts and hoes and shit like that. Even if they are actually thoughts and hoes. Ghetto gagger. You're going on us, and I heard them girls get paid like 1,200 to 2,000 for a scene. I think it's 1,200. If it's 1,200, you're really selling yourself for cheap. Ghetto gagger. You want to be on the play? Come on. Can you imagine that? They dream is to end up on a porno called Ghetto Gaggers. Imagine that on a resume. Ghetto Gaggers. The fuck? I mean, at least with the black dudes doing the white girls, they make the white girls look like they like it. And I think 9.5 times out of 10 they do. Like they just be disgracing them girls, man. God damn. Not like I just really sit there and watch the shit. I mean, I know about it. It's fucked up enough to me. And hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with it being fucked up to the average black person. And then I'm gonna ask a question that you always asking the man in this space whenever we have something to say about the way you sisters behave. What if it was your daughter? Let's see. Hurry up and buy. Kev, I think Will Smith is about to leave Jada. He need to hold his nuts on her ass, but she'll get half of his shit. That's why she doing that. She egging him on purpose. Yeah, well, I mean, I do believe that Jada is like she's jealous of Will's success. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. I mean, Will Smith is exponentially more famous and more successful than Jada. So, Indigenous TV. Will Smith might fuck around and win an Oscar for that Richard Williams movie. LOL. SMH. Sure, he might. He might. Shit. Like I said, I understand Richard Williams wanted Will Smith to play him or to do something with his life story. I mean, think about it. You had two successful tennis daughters, especially Serena. Come on now. Shit. I remember when Amanda Seals complained about Will's what the story being about Richard Williams instead of Serena and Venus. Yeah, Amanda Seals is gonna be like tomorrow's Tracy Ellis Ross, just not quite as thick. I mean, like damn, some of these bras be doing it to themselves. But yeah, you might be right. He tried to get the Oscar with that concussion. And then remember when Jada came on camera talking about we need to pull out of these award shows and we need to start doing our own stuff. Which I mean, at the end of the day, I couldn't disagree with. But you know, I just like with Jada saying that, I think she just did that on some temper tantrum shit. The thing is, we should have been on that. We should have been on that kind of shit. Shit. And then like I was what I was trying to do on a regular basis, and I gotta say this is that I was trying to put up the whole thing like, well, everyone is always comparing Will Smith and Tupac, but it didn't really mean anything to Will. But then Will says the other day is, you know, it was reported that Will said that he was kind of jealous of Tupac because um, she like she will never look at him like she looked at Pac. And I was like, well, that's out the window. That is out the window. So let me see. Roguish. Will Smith hasn't really been in anything that actually sucked. Maybe some things weren't as good and they could have been, but I've never really seen him in anything that actually sucked. You know what, Roguish? Come to think of it, you may be right about that. I mean, shit. Like, you could probably pick out more suck Eddie Murphy films. You could probably pick out more suck Dwayne The Rock Johnson films than you can with Will Smith. I mean, everybody says Wild Wild West, but I mean, Will Smith made Men in Black iconic. Everybody went to Independence Day back in the day because of Will Smith. Shit, the Bad Boys trilogy. I mean, the man has done his thing. Indigenous TV. I've seen something worse than ghetto gaggers, if you can believe it. People have no idea how racist the porn industry is. Black and Latin women get treated like shit, hands down. Uh huh. And also, out here, like a lot of the white porn stars don't sleep with black men because their value will go down. I mean, I don't care, but shit. I just thought I'd point that out. But I mean, it's kind of hard, and I will say this, and I mean, if y'all get mad with me, I'm sorry, but you can't get you can't get too mad because that's what they signed up for. I mean, it's a shame, like a lot of the circumstances and the situations that that led to them doing that, but there was a decision made between whatever they were doing before and when they knocked on that door to sign up for that shit. Now, I don't know what's going on in the home of what was that? I think her name was Passion Rose. But if you like the way her mother looked, if you would have seen her on the street, you would have never guessed it. The mother. Now the daughter, I mean, hey, you probably could look at her and tell that she probably take a few to her face. But the mother, the way the mother was looking in that shot, it's like you'd have never guessed it. You never know with certain people. But yeah, it is a shame. Maybe we should start advocating for porn stars to get better treatment when they get in these movies and take strange men's nuts to the face and whatever. But I get it. We'll drop that link. It's been an hour. It's been an hour. So hopefully you have pressed that like button. Shoot, if you have been watching, and thanks for tuning in as always. Now I'll be back after this. And welcome back. And welcome back. Let's see. Drop this link. Drop the link. If anybody would like to come up here and share your thoughts, you can come on up here and do that. If you're a troll, just remember, if you don't have a way of getting around that image on the screen, your little flashing will do no good. So, topic. Is she just a female pookie? Is she? Is she just a female pookie her damn self? Hmm. I mean, I would say, like, I don't know, a female pookie would probably not look like a male pookie, thank God. But it probably would be more within the mannerisms that are displayed. Cancy and Ray, shout out to Silk Sonic. Who was that? Yeah, I understand I'm an old guy. I don't know who all these folks are. I just Googled it. Silk Sonic, that's Bruno Mars and Anderson Paak. Yeah, I just know him as Bruno Mars and Anderson Paak now. They seem to be a winning combination. I guess the Silk is Bruno and the Sonic is Anderson. I don't know. Names always have a reason. But yeah, I mean they make pretty good music from what I've heard. Excalibur 8030 Elite, long live. Long live. Yeah. So yeah, I just dropped the link, so I'm gonna give this a few minutes because I don't know. But just let's have a little chat interaction. See, what do y'all think? Can females be pookie too? It's just a question. It's just a question. Like I said, I've explained throughout the broadcast that we gotta open ourselves up to other possibilities because we just gotta start thinking about things that way. Start opening your mind up a bit because it's 2021. It's I have accepted the fact that my favorite eras in time don't exist anymore. Like one of my favorite pockets in time was like late '90s to early 2000s. They don't exist anymore. So I have to consider other possibilities because it's 2021. The only thing that I can do as a person, and this old cat told me that, and you know what? I do hate hearing the diatribes about old niggas. I mean, I do understand that a lot of older men, especially in this space, have said things that were cringeworthy. But I mean, I have the decision making power to understand whether an older man is being, cringy or whether he's being wise. And this particular gentleman was wise. He said, he told me this. He said, remember, in everything that you do in this life, always hold on to your dignity. Always hold on to your dignity. Is this a dignity filled situation right here? No, it's not. People are losing their dignity behind shit like this, and that's one important thing for all of you guys to remember is that when these things happen, that there is a loss of dignity. I don't want to ever find myself in this kind of situation. Well, I'm a little old right now, so the likelihood of me ending up in a situation like this is slim and none. I'm the wiser, so I'm not gonna end up in no bullshit like this. I did this broadcast because I don't understand why people want to end up in bullshit situations like this. I mean, the common denominator is that they wanted to have sex with each other. And I mean, there's many ways that you could do that without involving a kid, without involving a baby. Many ways you can do that. Because in this situation, to me, and maybe to some of you, That's the saddest part. There's a baby involved. Not the baby. Not that rap. Not that grown ass nigga on the screen. Damn, I gotta chill on my use of the N word. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on it. Some things just bring you to that point where you have to use a flurry of N words. Because it's just like, because I mean, well, I did do a broadcast a few weeks ago talking about nigga shit, and this is just more nigga shit. 80-30 leak. Look like you made a good point. It baffles me how these guys impregnate toxic women. Plan B if you don't like condoms. Also, STDs are running rampant. Yeah, yeah, yes. There's a reason why you watch this program. Yeah, it baffles me as well, man. Now, speaking of Plan B, she's saying that the reason why the argument started is because they had sex the previous night, and she had ordered Plan B to get sent to her home. I mean, to his home. So he got mad because I guess he couldn't, which from the way she's trying to make it sound, he couldn't impregnate her again. Shit, I was like, well, maybe Plan B would have been great the first time, but I mean, once the child is here, that's no longer an issue. I don't believe children are mistakes. I don't believe children are mistakes. I believe that people make mistakes, but children aren't mistakes. But yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I do agree with that. In talking to the fellas, I'm like, look, don't. I mean, if you impregnate someone, then you have that has to be your top priority because you're bringing in a whole nother person that can't survive on their own. You need to be step up and just be a man, be. And I mean, and if you don't want to be with a girl, shoot, at least make sure that kid is taken care of on the financial end, and make sure that you are a presence in that child's life. Don't do anything stupid, or you probably gonna bring another broken person into this, and that's not fair to that kid. So anyway, uh, see, he said, Nas said on a song, "Watch who you getting pregnant. That's long term stressing." And I mean, like, and I wouldn't even put it in the 18-year block because a lot of people say that, like, it is long term stressing because, I mean, what if you have a baby by a woman that creates an idea in this child that you ain't shit, and you actually want to be a part of that child's life? You actually put up efforts to disprove this woman. That could go past 18 years, depending on if she's doing a little underhanded, sneaky shit like moving to other states and then telling the kid all these bullshit stories. Yeah, I think about the other possibilities. But anyway, all right. I guess that's it. I guess that's it. And, I do appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me. Um, you know, just you just hate to see situations go south sometimes, especially when it involves our people. Not to say that the baby is my people, but hey, you know what? He's a black man. Yeah, Excalibur. Yeah, it happens more often than it should. I mean, just let me just use myself as an example. And I know everybody isn't me, but I wanted to be a husband before I became a father. That was just me. I just believe that, I think that if you involve children, I believe that if you involve children, then it should be a family structure there as well. or else you got two dumbass niggas damn arguing on Instagram. It's ridiculous. Now, is the baby within his rights to ask her to leave? Yeah. I mean, if it's not her place. But it's like Precious Brown said earlier. I mean, 30 days, if she's been there for more than 30 days, hey, he got to give her proper notice. But to want to remove yourself from a toxic situation is a lot better than letting everything come to fruition and then this man doing something to get himself put in prison. And you know, the public's going to eat him alive because of the controversy that he had already been through. Seeing those quote unquote phobic comments. Now, as far as she concerned, like, I'm gonna tell you this to the females, just from a male's point of view. Um, a lot of us men don't like masculine energy coming from a female. We just don't. You know, arguing, growling, insults. I mean, if I'm insulting you, I fully expect some insults to come back to me. I can't complain too much. But when you insult, when you get mad, do it in a little feminine female way. That's all I'm saying. I'm just being brutally honest here. I mean, it's a bad look, you know. Now think about this. If a man has to call the police on you, don't you think that's a bit embarrassing? I understand you be on that female shit. I'm a woman. He shouldn't be. You know, You should be embarrassed if a man has to call the police on you. Excalibur 8030 Elite. That's such a combustible situation. I have seen worse, and the kids witnessed that shit too. It's ridiculous. I know a guy that has 7 baby mamas, SMH. Dudes always asking for money and complaining. And man, you know, see, he got to get his dub sack some kind of way. 7 baby mamas. I bet they know about each other too. And each one of them think that they're the exception. Just like DaniLeigh did. DaniLeigh thought she was the exception. But if that nigga always asking for money, you gotta wonder after baby mama, if he's like that, if he's always been like that, you gotta wonder what baby mama number 3 and baby mama number 4 was thinking. You gotta wonder. But anyway, all right, I'm just gonna leave y'all with this question: can females be pookie too? Now, here's my desire. After these videos, especially after ones where I didn't make it too long, go ahead and light the comment section up. Go ahead, give me your thoughts. Answer that question. I'm not talking about the chat comments that are going on live right now. Yeah, I display those for the broadcast. You know, so for people who watch the replay. So if y'all say something that is profound, or you know, just outright, even if I just feel like putting it on the screen. But the comment section, the regular comment section that people are going to read once they click on the video, and then they scroll down and, oh, okay, here's the description, here's the comment section. Yeah, make that interesting too, because I mean, different points of view. Even though I do feel like a lot of points of views are skewed out there, they are definitely interesting. They are. And you know what else is interesting? People are very interesting as well. And this right here is a very interesting situation. And just like for all of you out there that may be having some problems in your relationship, I'm just going to go ahead and say I hope you don't have a child involved, especially if you're not married. I hope you don't have a kid involved. And that's all I say about that. So, shame on DaBaby to an extent, and definitely shame on DaniLeigh. And shame on any of you niggas that get that bring children in this world and that have not prepared the best possible outcome for them. So I'll just leave it at that. This is Kev. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Thank you once again for tuning in. Hold on one second. Wait a damn minute. Let me see what I'm looking like here as far as likes before I sign off. Or if someone just happens to hit the link, then I will. Then this show will extend a little bit longer. But if that doesn't happen, then I'm out of here. I am out of here. So anyway, hmm, let me see. Hmm. Yeah, no, I'm a little quiet right now. Just one moment. I'm just trying to see. There we go. Holy shit, I got some dislikes. Yay! Oh my god, I got dislikes. Y'all know what that means. I finally get to play my video.
Now I'm feeling objectified by your male gaze.
Damn.
Alright, guys. Thank you very much for attending this broadcast. And hopefully I'll be able to come to you a little bit more this week before I go with my other live broadcast next weekend. So thank you once again for attending. This is Kev. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Long live the habitual line steppers. In Kev we trust. Till the next time.